In this lecture, I am going to introduce polar coordinates and polar curves. So generally, polar curves help us to evaluating the multiple integrals like double integral and triple integrals just by converting from Cartesian coordinate to polar coordinates. Know that we are familiar in representing the position of a point P of x comma y in a Cartesian system. Cartesian coordinates allow us to specify the location of a point in a plane, so that is P of x comma y, or in a three-dimensional space, that is P of x comma y comma z. So it is a point in the three-dimensional geometry or three-dimensional space. The Cartesian coordinates in the plane are specified in terms of x-coordinate axis, that is horizontal line, and the y-coordinate axis, which is perpendicular to the horizontal line. This is y-coordinate axis. Intersection of x and y axis is nothing but origin of the Cartesian plane. The Cartesian coordinate of a point in the plane is written as an ordered pair x comma y, where x is the first number, x is the x coordinate, and the second number in the ordered pair is the y coordinate. The right side of the x axis is called positive axis, and negative side of the origin is called the negative x axis, and above the origin is called the positive y axis, and below the origin is called negative y axis. Example, let us plot the points in the plane 1 comma 1, minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 comma minus 1, and 1 comma minus 1. So take 1 comma 1, let us plot the point 1 comma 1. So 1 unit's right side, so this is the point, and another unit 1 is upside the y axis, this is the point here. So this point 1 comma 1 in the Cartesian plane. So let us plot the point minus 1 comma 1. So minus 1 shifts the left side of the x-axis, this is minus 1, and plus 1 upside the y-axis, this is a point. So this point is minus 1 comma 1. Let us plot the third point minus 1 comma minus 1. So minus 1 towards left side of the x-axis by 1 unit, so this is minus 1, and minus 1 is towards the negative of the y-axis by 1 unit, so this point is minus 1 comma minus 1, and fourth point is 1 comma minus 1. So 1 is shifting towards the positive x-axis by 1 unit, and minus 1 is shifting towards negative x by the minus 1 unit. So this point, I think this is 1 positive x-axis and negative x minus 1. So this point is 1 comma minus 1 in the Cartesian plane. Cartesian coordinates is also called as rectangular coordinates. Instead of using rectangular coordinates, we can use the circular coordinate system, represent a point on the plane, so known as polar system. Now let me define the what is polar coordinates. So let us have a plane. So fix the point in the plane. So that's called origin or pole. Draw a line OX through the pole. This is called initial line. And take a point in the plane. So P, and join, this is the point P. Join origin to the point P. The length from O to P is called the R, so that is equal to modulus of OP. It's called the radius vector to the point P. And the angle XOP is denoted by theta. The angle theta is measured in anticlockwise direction, so it's called the polar angle. So therefore, the pair of the point P can be represented by r comma theta. The point r comma theta is called the polar coordinates. How the point P, the x-axis called as a polar angle, so there theta is equal to 0. So theta is measured in anti-clockwise direction. So therefore y-axis can be represented by theta is equal to pi by 2, and negative y-axis represented by the theta is equal to pi, and negative y-axis is theta is equal to 3 pi by 2. Again, positive x-axis can represented by theta is equal to 2 pi. So therefore, theta takes the values in the anti-clockwise direction from 0 to 2 pi. So therefore, polar coordinate systems nothing but called as a circular coordinate system. So let us take on some examples of polar coordinates. Plot the points 4 comma pi by 2 and 5 comma 2 pi by 3. So these are the polar coordinates where r is equal to 4 and theta is equal to pi by 2. From the second example, r is equal to 5 and theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. So let us plot the polar coordinate 4 comma pi by 2. So let us sketch the initial ray, which is the x-axis, theta is equal to 0 from the origin. So this is the initial ray. So this is the point of origin, and draw the ray from the origin and makes an angle pi by 2 in anti-clockwise direction. So this is the angle pi by 2. So from the origin, just draw the ray, that is theta is equal to pi by 2 with an initial ray. So radius is 4 units. So draw the point r is equal to 4 from the origin, 4 units along the ray theta is equal to pi by 2. So this point is r is equal to 4. So 4 comma pi by 2. So this is the position of the point, polar coordinate point 4 comma pi by 2. So now let us plot the coordinate point r is equal to 5 and theta is equal to 2 pi by 3 in the system plane, coordinate plane. So let us fix the origin O, so that is a pole of the axis, and from the origin let us draw the initial ray. So this is the initial ray, and draw the ray makes an angle 2 pi by 3, so it is a 120 degree. So with an initial ray, so it forms an angle in anticlockwise direction, that is 2 pi by 3, and radius is 5 units from the origin. We can take 5 units along the ray. So this point is there, r is equal to 5 with an theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. So this is the coordinate point in the plane. Let us consider a second example. Find the all polar coordinates of the point 2 comma pi by 6 where r is equal to 2 and theta is equal to pi by 6. So let us plot the coordinate point in the plane. So let us fix the origin O and draw the initial ray from the origin. This is an initial ray, and draw the ray which makes an angle theta is equal to pi by 6, which is the initial ray. So pi by 6 is the 30 degree. So draw the ray makes an angle theta is equal to pi by 6, which is initial ray. Okay, and draw the point radius 2 units from the origin along the ray. So this is 0, then 1 and 2. This point is 2 comma pi by 6. So let us call it as this is point P. Length OP is 2 units. There are many ways to reach this point here. So if I start with initial ray, so revolving around the all coordinate systems and again reach this point. So this is 2 pi plus pi by 6. 2 pi plus pi by 6 with the r is same 2 comma 2 pi plus again revolving the whole circle from the initial ray and to this point we can take it as 2 comma 4 pi by 4 pi plus pi by 6. So if we repeat n times, so that can be written as 2 comma 2n pi plus pi by 6. So this length from O to P is length is 2. So take the ray in opposite direction. So this point let us take 2 comma. So this is you know 180 plus pi by 6. That is uh, 7 pi by 6. So therefore, so this point is 2 comma 7 pi by 6. So in opposite side, this point can be represented by minus 2 comma 7 pi by 6 also. Similarly, if you take one more round to the circle, so that can be written as minus 2 comma that is 2 pi plus 7 pi by 6. If you repeat n times, so we'll get minus 2 comma 2n pi plus 7 pi by 6. So if we measured an angle in clockwise direction, so this is an angle, so that can be written as minus of pi from here to here minus pi minus pi by 6. So that can be written as minus pi plus pi by 6. So this an angle is pi by 6 here. So that is equal to minus pi by 6. So this point is 2 comma minus pi by 6. Now opposite side this point is called so minus 2 comma minus pi by 6. Similarly, if you rotate one more times, take complete one circle, it is that is minus 2 comma 2 pi minus 5 by 6. If you repeat n times, so that can be written as minus 2 comma 2n pi minus 5 by 6. So the same point P can represent infinitely many times. The corresponding polar coordinates are coordinates point P coordinates point P are given by with positive radius 2 comma pi by 6 plus 2n pi where n belongs to z where z is integer and for the radius minus 2 comma minus 5 pi by 6 plus 2n pi where n belongs to z. So let us take another example. Which polar coordinate pairs label the same point? So first one is p of 3 comma 0 minus 3 comma 0 2 comma 2 pi by 3 2 comma 7 pi by 3 minus 3 comma 5 2 comma pi by 3 minus 3 comma 2 pi and minus 2 comma minus pi by 3. So let us move to the solution. So let us fix the origin O and initial ray with an x-axis, that is theta is equal to 0, this is theta is equal to pi by 2, that theta is equal to pi, and theta is equal to 3 pi by 2, and theta is equal to 2 pi. Okay, so let us plot the p of 3 comma 0. Draw the ray. It makes an angle 0 with initial line, so ray with initial line itself, so theta is equal to 0, and plot the point r is equal to 3 with 3 units from the origin. Take 3 units, so length, this is the point P, this is called 3 comma 0, so length OP is 3 units. Take the point P in the opposite direction, so this point is 3 comma pi, so 3 comma pi in opposite point is minus 3 comma 0, minus 3 comma pi this is. Therefore point P is equal to 3 comma 0 as same as minus 3 comma pi. So therefore the point P1 is same as 0.5. So 0.5 is minus 3 comma 5. So now let us plot the P of minus 3 comma 0. So let us take the point minus 3 comma 3, plot the point minus 3 comma 0 from P, starting from the initial ray, now moving towards anticlockwise directions. So then we'll reach the point P once again with minus 3 comma 2 pi. So therefore, so minus 3 comma is same as the point minus 3 comma 2 pi also. So let us plot the point 2 comma 2 pi by 3. Let us fix the origin O in the coordinate system and draw the initial ray from the pole. So this is an initial ray, and draw the ray with an angle 2 pi by 3, which is the initial ray, makes an angle 2 pi by 3. So this is the angle 2 pi by 3. So take the 2 units from the origin. So this is radius 1 2, this point is P, so P is 2 comma 2 pi by 3. So extend the ray in the opposite directions. So let us fix the point that is P dash. So take the angle with initial ray with the ray with the opposite side of the length OP here. So this is minus pi by 3. So this point is 2 comma minus pi by 3. So same point in opposite side we can plot that. So that is minus 2 comma minus pi by 3. So therefore the point P 2 comma 2 pi by 3 is same as, so minus 2 comma minus pi by 3. Now let us plot the point 2 comma pi by 3. So let us fix the origin. Let us draw the initial ray from the origin. So this is initial ray. So draw the ray, makes an angle pi by 3 with the initial ray. This is theta is equal to pi by 3 with an initial ray by anticlockwise directions. So take the 2 units from the origin. So this 1 and 2. This point is 2 comma pi by 3. So this is point P. So let us take the radius r in the opposite directions. This is the point. Let us take the P dash with 2 units from O to P dash. So this point is 2 comma, that is pi plus pi by 3, that is 4 pi by 3. So opposite this point is P, so P can be taken as minus 2 comma 4 pi by 3. So 2 comma pi by 3 is same as minus 2 comma 4 pi by 3. And if you are moving from the initial rate to 2 pi plus pi by 3, So that is 2 comma 25 plus 4 pi by 3, that is 7 pi by 3. 2 comma 7 pi by 3 is same as 2 comma pi by 3 also. Therefore the point P 2 comma pi by 3 is same as 2 comma 7 pi by 3 and is same as minus 2 comma 4 pi by 3 also. Therefore we can observe that from the figure the point minus 3 comma pi is same as the 3 comma 0. So these two points label the same point P from this figure. So from this figure you can observe that point P labeling by the minus 3 comma 0 and minus 3 comma 2 pi. So from this figure you can observe that so 2 comma 2 pi by 3 is same as minus 2 comma minus pi by 3, and from this figure you can observe that 2 comma pi by 3 is labeling this same as 2 comma 7 pi by 3 also. Let's move to the relation between Cartesian and polar coordinates. So let P of x comma y and P of r comma theta be the Cartesian and polar coordinates in the plane. So P of x comma y and P of r comma theta so are the Cartesian and polar coordinates respectively. So let O be on pole or origin on the x-axis. X-axis is the initial line. Now, so from the figure we can observe that the length OQ. So let us take an x. So length PQ. This is y. Length PQ is equal to y, and length OP is equal to r. So an angle POQ, angle POQ is equal to theta. Angle PQO is 90 degree. So from the right angle triangle PQO, so cos theta is equal to adjacent by OQ by OP, OQ by OP, where OQ is equal to x and OP is equal to r. So this implies x is equal to r cos theta. So where r and theta are the polar coordinates, so where x is the Cartesian coordinate, x is equal to r cos theta we can write. So sin theta is equal to, so opposite side is PQ by hypotenuse, so that is OP. So where PQ is equal to y, by OP is equal to r, so this implies y is equal to r sin theta. That is called equation 1 and 2. So taking the squaring 1 and 2 and adding, squaring and adding 1 and 2, we get x square plus y square is equal to r square into cos square theta plus sin square theta. So this implies x square plus y square is equal to r square. So where since r is positive, r is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So that is called equation 3. So dividing 2 and 1, so 2 by 1, so implies y by x is equal to r sin theta by r cos theta. So equations 1 and 2 are the x equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So this implies y by x equal to r sin theta by r cos theta. So I get cancel. This implies tan theta is equal to y by x. So theta is equal to tan inverse of y by x. Equation number 4. So the relations 1 and 2. So where 1 is x is equal to r cos theta and 2 is y is equal to r sin theta. So these two equations determines a Cartesian coordinates in terms of polar. Similarly, the relations 3 and 4, equation 3 and 4, relations 3 and 4 determines a polar coordinates in terms of Cartesian coordinates. So we take an example. Find the polar curve whose Cartesian equation is x plus 1 whole square plus y plus 1 whole square is equal to 1. So you have to convert in terms of polar equation from Cartesian to polar. So let us move to solution. So we know that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So these are the Cartesian coordinate in terms of polar coordinates r and theta. Substituting, let us take it as equation 1. This is substituting. Let us take it as equation 2. This is substituting equation 2 in equation 1. We get, so wherever x you go for substitute r equal to cos theta, and wherever y you substitute r equal to sin theta. We get r cos theta plus 1 whole square plus r sin theta plus 1 whole square is equal to 1. This implies r square cos square theta. By using a plus b whole square you can expand it. R square cos square theta into 2r cos theta plus 1 from second term plus r square sin square theta plus 2r sin theta plus 1 is equal to 1. So 1 and LHS 1 get cancelled. Now this implies r square is common from first term and here. So r square into cos square theta plus sin square theta. So from these two terms you can take the common 2r into cos theta plus sin theta. So plus 1 goes to that RHS, that is equal to, otherwise plus 1 is equal to 0. So this implies r square into 1 where cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1 plus 2r cos theta plus sin theta plus 1 is equal to 0. This implies r square plus 2r cos theta plus sin theta plus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the required polar curve. take another problem. Find the polar curves of a graph whose Cartesian equation is x minus 2 whole square plus y square is equal to 4. Let us move to solution. Again, you have to convert from the equation Cartesian to polar. So that is given x minus 2 whole square plus y square is equal to 4. Let us take it as equation 1. And you know the relations x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta are the Cartesian coordinate in terms of polar. That is equation 2. So let us substitute equation 2 in 1. We get, we obtain, so where x is equal to r cos theta in equation 1. So r cos theta minus 2 whole square plus r sin theta whole square is equal to 4. This implies r square into cos square theta minus 4r cos theta plus 4 plus r square into sin square theta we can get from this here is equal to 4. So this implies, let us take r square is common from here and from this term, r square into cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 4r cos theta plus 4 and RHS 4 get cancelled, that is equal to 0. So this implies r square into cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1 minus 4r cos theta is equal to 0. So this implies r into r minus 4 cos theta is equal to 0. So this implies either r is equal to 0 or r is equal to 4 cos theta. So this implies r is equal to 4 cos theta. So this is required polar curve. Since the graph of r is equal to 0 is a pole, so therefore r is equal to 4 cos theta is the required polar curve. Find the polar equation whose Cartesian curve is x is equal to 7. So given x is equal to 7, let us take it as equation 1. So substituting x is equal to r cos theta in 1, we obtain, so r cos theta is equal to 7. So this implies r is equal to 7 by cos theta. This implies r is equal to 7 into secant theta is a required polar curve. Let us take another problem. Find the polar equation whose Cartesian equation is x is equal to y. So given x is equal to y, so let us take it as equation 1. Let x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta all are the Cartesian coordinates in terms of polar. So let us call equation 2. Substituting equation 2 in 1, we get where x is equal to r cos theta is equal to where y is equal to r sin theta. So r get cancelled. So 1 is equal to sin theta by cos theta. So this implies tan theta is equal to 1. So this implies when theta is equal to pi by 4, since tan pi by 4 is equal to 1. So therefore theta is equal to pi by 4 is a polar equation. Let us move to next problem. Find the polar curve whose Cartesian equation is x square plus y square is equal to 4. We'll move to solution. So we have Cartesian equation is x square plus y square is equal to 4. Let us call equation 1. So we know that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So are the Cartesian coordinates in terms of polar. Let us call equation 2. Now substitute equation 2 in 1, we get where x is r cos theta, that is r cos theta whole square plus r sin theta whole square is equal to 4. So this implies r square into cos square theta plus r square into sin square theta, r square common, into sin square theta is equal to 4. So this implies r square is equal to 4. This implies r is equal to plus or minus 2. So r is equal to plus 2 or r is equal to minus 2. So we'll move to next problem. Find the polar equation whose Cartesian equation is y square is equal to 4x. So let us move to solution. So that given Cartesian equation is y square is equal to 4x. So that is equation 1. So we know that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So that is equation 2. So these are the Cartesian coordinates in terms of polar. Now let us substitute equation 2 in 1, we get where y is equal to r sin theta whole square is equal to 4 times of r cos theta. So this implies r into sin square theta is equal to 4r cos theta. So divide by r is common, r sin square theta is equal to 4 cos theta. So this implies r is equal to 4 cos theta by sin square theta. This implies r is equal to 4 times of cos by sin is cot theta into 1 by sin theta is, that is cosecant theta. So this is the required polar curve. So in this problem, polar curve is given, so you have to find out the Cartesian equation. So let us move to the solution. Given r cos theta is equal to 2, let us take it as equation 1. So you have to convert in terms of Cartesian form. So we know that r cos theta is equal to x. Let us take equation 2. Now substituting 2 in 1, we get where r cos theta is equal to x. So x is equal to 2 is a Cartesian equation. So let us consider next problem. Find a Cartesian equation so whose polar equation is r cos theta plus r sin theta is equal to 1. So then you have to identify the graph. So let us move to solution. Given the polar equation is r cos theta plus r sin theta is equal to 1. So you have to convert in terms of Cartesian form. So we know that r cos theta is equal to x and r sin theta is equal to y. So that is equation 2. Now substituting equation 2 in 1, we get so where r cos theta is equal to x plus where r sin theta is equal to y is equal to 1. So is a Cartesian equation. This can be written as y is equal to 1 minus x. So use of the form y is equal to mx plus c. So this equation 3 is a equation of straight line intercept at intercept at 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0 with the slope m is equal to minus 1. X coefficient is m where x coefficient minus 1 here. Slope m is equal to minus 1. To next problem, let us take the polar equation r square is equal to 1. So you have to find the Cartesian curve and you have to identify the graph of the Cartesian curve. So let us move to the solution. So given polar curve is r square is equal to 1. Let us take equation 1. So we know that r square is equal to x square plus y square. So that is equation 2. Now substituting equation 2 in 1, we get x square plus y square is equal to 1. So that is equation 3 is a Cartesian curve. So equation 3 represent a circle with center, origin and radius is equal to 1. So let us consider the next polar equation when r is equal to 5 by sin theta minus 2 cos theta. So you have to find a Cartesian equation that is given r is equal to 5 by sin theta minus 2 cos theta. Correct as equation 1. We know that r cos theta is equal to x and r sin theta is equal to y. So this implies cos theta can be written as x by r and this can be written as sin theta can be written as that is y by r, but r square is equal to know that x square plus y square. Since r is positive, that is square root of x square plus y square. So this implies cos theta is equal to x by square root of x square plus y square and sin theta is equal to y by square root of x square plus y square. Then substitute in equation 1. Therefore, where r is square root of x square plus y square, that is square root of x square plus y square is equal to 5 times 5 by where sin theta is equal to y by square root of x square plus y square minus 2 times of x by where cos theta is equal to x by square root of x square plus y square. So this implies square root of x square plus y square is equal to 5 times of, so this term goes to numerator, that is square root of x square plus y square divided by y minus 2x. Square root of x square plus y square get cancelled. This implies so 1 is equal to 5 by y minus 2x. So this implies y minus 2x is equal to 5. So this implies y is equal to 2x plus 5. So use of the form y is equal to mx plus c. So where slope m is equal to 2. So is a straight line intercepts at when x is 0. So where y is equal to 5, and when y is 0, x is equal to minus 5 by 2. So the straight line intercept at the points 0, 5 and minus 5 by 2, 0, which is slope m is equal to. Let's consider the next problem. Let r square is equal to 4 r cos theta. It is being a polar curve. So you have to find the Cartesian curve and you have to identify the graph of the Cartesian curve. So let us take this is equation 1. So we know that r cos theta is equal to x, and r square is equal to, you know that, x square plus y square. Let us take it as equation 2. Now substituting 2 in equation 1, we get where r square is equal to x square plus y square is equal to r cos theta is equal to x, that is 4x. So this implies x square plus y square minus 4x is equal to 0. This is a Cartesian curve. But you have to identify the graph. So what this curve represents. So this implies x square minus 4x can be written as minus 2 into x into 2 I can write a square minus 2ab. So adding and subtracting 2 square plus y square is equal to 0. So this can be written as x minus 2 whole square. So x minus 2 whole square can be written as x square minus 2x into 2 plus 2 square minus 4 plus y square is equal to 0. So this implies x minus 2 whole square plus y square is equal to 4. So this implies x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to 4. Let us call equation 3. Equation 3 is a circle center at 2 comma 0 with radius 2 units.